Hello guys, welcome to Tech Mode, and in this tutorial we are going to learn performance testing with JMeter. So this is a new series that I am going to start. It's related to JMeter only, and the performance testing generally we do for web applications or probably certain kind of mobile applications. There are certain services probably REST API or anything at that for that you would like to do performance testing. You can follow this tutorial and basically get to it. So this will be like probably 5 to 6 tutorials probably dedicated to only JMeter tool, which we'll use to do performance testing and all. So this is the first part, and I hope you will like it. So let's start. All right. So what is performance testing first of all? So performance testing generally we do for like probably web applications, REST APIs, or mobile application. If you wanted to test for particular user, for example, suppose you have a web application and you wanted to test for 100 users, means how many users or how many requests can your server can handle per second. So what you can do is that you can give a particular load and test it out how many users or probably request your server can handle. So as you can see on the slides, like performance testing is a type of testing to ensure software application will perform well under expected load. So we are giving a workload on your application, and we are ensuring that okay, for particular X request, this will not, our servers or our infrastructure will not fail. So the next question arises is like why we want to do this performance testing. Because let's take an example. Suppose we have an exam. uh, for example, let's there's a particularly results are coming for a particular website, and lots of students will come to this website and try to get the results. So it can be a very simple application, but whenever there are particular load, for example, if hundreds of users are per second hitting this website, that will go down. So infrastructure may go down. So that to know means how many requests or probably what kind of load that your application can handle. This is what performance testing mean in terms. All right. So what kind of so let's move on. What kind of performance testing generally are there? The most important one, or you can say the most of the time, the performance testing is related to load testing, where what we do is that we test the application. We know that okay, this is the anticipated user load, and this is the how many particularly requests your server can handle. So next type of testing generally involve the stress testing, where we do is that we particularly provide the extreme workloads to your application. For example, suppose your application can handle, suppose it's a hypothesis that it can handle 100 requests per second. So what we do is that we try to give it 100 or 150 200 and do a stress test, means until when your infrastructure will fail. So there are other types of performance testing. Generally, we do like endurance, spike, volume, and scalability testing. But most of the time, we are more concerned about stress testing and load testing. And if we are thinking about the performance testing, like scalability testing is another one. Like for example, we have an application which can supports 8,000 requests per second, and suppose there's a particularly that they are going to launch a new feature and there will be a more number of requests coming on. So what we can do is that they can go for scalability testing, where they will just they double the infrastructure and test it out how many requests now they can handle. All right. So to do the performance testing, or you can say stress testing, or most of the type of performance testing, you use a tool known as JMeter. So JMeter, what is a JMeter? JMeter is a kind of it's a basically an open source tool, which is basically developed by a guy named Stefano Mazzocchi, I believe, and it is comes under Apache Software Foundation. All right. So and what it does is that basically it can measure a web application performance, API services, and generally JMeter is used to test it out the web application load, means how many users particular request can your web server or probably your web application can handle. So in a nutshell, what is JMeter is that it's an open source tool. It has it supports graphical user interface as well as command line. It's made in Java, so it's platform independent, and it's very easy to install. You can, and the reporting mechanism as well as the reporting system for JMeter is very very extensive, and you can use very you can like probably use in your continuous delivery or continuous integration. It supports multi-threading and it's highly extensible. All right, so let's come uh, so these are the main points if you wanted to look at it. Like it can support different protocols. For example, it can support STPP, JDBC, LDAP, SOAP, and FTP. Most of the time we are doing is STPP, and sometimes we do for FTP. If you think about the performance testing, uh, generally it supports like record and playback. Basically what you can do is that you can record a user behavior in JMeter and play it back 100 times to test it out your performance for your web application. And the last point is related to script test. So JMeter supports scripting language, which is a bean shell, and it's kind of a, you can say, mixture of scripts where you can tweak, or you can generally generate dynamic variables and do dynamic stuff and all. So another most important, you can say, very good feature of JMeter is that it supports Selenium for automation testing. For example, if you can if you can wanted to create a particular uh, like navigation for a particular set, like a user behavior where particularly user clicks on it and do certain stuff in Selenium, you can do that in JMeter also. All right, so let's move on to the next part. Like it's related to how JMeter works. So JMeter basically, you can say, as we have already discussed, it simulates a group of users, and you can say particularly what you can do is that you can record a particular user behavior. For example, a user comes to your login page, do certain stuff and log out. So you can, what you can do is that using JMeter you can record this behavior, and you can simulate this group using simulate this behavior using group of users and send it to your target server. And if it will return to you like how many requests will fail, how many requests will pass. It, the JMeter will end to end like probably can share the results with you, like how many things can be happen. Like in, as you can see in the diagram, like we are sending the request and we are getting the information of target users, target server, and after that we can get the results of your performance testing, means how many things it can happen. All right, sorry for that. All right, so let's come to the point. So this is an instruction to install JMeter on your machine. And so before installing JMeter, what you require is that you require JDK, or you can say Java. So what you can do is that you can Google it around. Let me show you how it can be done. So I have instruction for it. For example, you can go to this URL. It will tell you how to install Java on Mac. I would prefer to use JDK because it includes Java runtime as well as Java, both of them. And sometimes you require to run different things related to Java, you can use it. So install JDK instead of like probably Java. If you are not concerned about JDK and all, you can go with Java also. So what you can do is that you can go to Oracle website and download the Java 8 if you wanted to have. And these are the instructions related to Windows. And what you can do is install JDK and just install and add your Java or probably JDK to your environment variable, and you are done with it. And in Mac it's pretty much very very easy. And just so let's move on to next step. So yeah, so what you can do is that you can go to the jmeter.apache.org and download the JMeter file. It will be a zip file, I'll show you. And what you can do is that just extract it out. All right, and when you extract it out, you will have a certain directory that are already you can say shown in the below slides basically. And this slide, so we have a certain directories like bin, docs, extra, lib, and printable. So the main directories we are more concerned about is the lib extra, where it basically contain the core Java files and certain plugins. The bin directory is where the Java sh file will be there, which will you have to run if you are on Mac. And there will be a command line file for Windows also, not command line, exe file for Windows also. And docs docs directory basically contains certain kind of documentation for JMeter. I would prefer to go to online and see what kind of functions JMeter supports and all, to rather than going here. And the library which contains certain core libraries or certain plugin library if you wanted to use certain kind of different plugins. So JMeter supports plugin also. For example, there are certain plugins related to test reporting, or probably another different kind of plugins related to performance testing. All right, that will basically enhance your enhance your performance testing behaviors. All right. So whenever you launch the JMeter, this is how it look like. So as you can see, uh, in the left hand side we have a test plan pane, and the above basically it's a menu bar which contains certain options related to file extra, and in the right hand side you can see upside you can see the test status, how many threads. Threads are basically equal to users, you can say. How many users are coming and how many users are basically go performing and all these, thus you can see in the test status. And the middle part, or you can say the main part, is the test plan configuration, where you'll see most of the things. So launching the JMeter, so if you wanted to launch JMeter, you can use command line also, like JMeter. Go to the directory where you have been. Basically you have to go to bin directory. You can type JMeter text plan of your uh, thing, and if you have a proxy and all, you can use proxy servers also using these options. So I don't have any kind of proxy on my Mac and all, so I can directly use it using JMeter. All right. So thanks. Let's do a demo now. All right. So like now we are in a directory. So what we can do is that basically what I have created is that let me show you. uh, I have created an alias for JMeter in my Mac, and I'll search it out. One second. Let me see where my, yeah, all right. So my JMeter is installed in this directory. Let me copy it. Sorry for that. So let's let's move to parent directory. All right. So sorry, ls, and the corresponding command in Windows will be dir. So this is the JMeter directory. It contains like I already shown you, like bin, docs, extra, lib, license, and printable docs. And we are more concerned about bin and only the lib part of it. All right. As you can see, if you wanted to launch JMeter, you have to go to bin directory and type it JMeter. Uh, you can say sh JMeter. Sh is basically running the shell in Mac, or .sh, and it will launch the JMeter for you. As you can see, this is the JMeter launched. One second, it will be loading. So I'll show you how to you can create an alias to directly launch JMeter using one single command. But let me close it out. All right, JMeter is launching right now. So I have a 3.1 version right now installed. It will probably the latest one. So I would suggest you guys to use latest one. All right. So this is how JMeter looks like, as we have discussed. This is the right hand side. Right hand. This is the main part of the test plan, and let's start with a simple test. We can say a simple hello world. All right. So what we will do is that first of all, go to workbench. So workbench is a basically, you can say, whenever you try if you wanted to record a particular user uh, to user behavior, what you can do, it's kind of a, you can say, dummy environment where you can use a different uh, uh, you can use a proxy to basically uh, record a user behavior. All right. So what we'll do is that we'll use this workbench to record a user behavior. All right. So let's do one thing. So first of all, what you can do is that you can just right click on it, and we have to add certain elements. So in JMeter there are lots of different elements, you can say. There are logic controller, config element, timer, preprocessor, post processor, assertion, listeners, and all. So we will discuss these things in an coming lecture, and right now we are more concerned about adding test script recorder in it. So I have added a test script recorder, and I'll add one more thing. I'll add a recording controller to it. All right. So this is a test script recorder, as you can say its name, and it has a proxy of 8888. All right. And what I have to do is that whatever the request, it will record, and I have to put them each into a new controller. So we'll understand what is controller and all in the upcoming tutorial. So let's just keep going with the hello world program right now. Like, so what this is doing is that whenever we try to run, as you can see, this green button is a run button, and these two, the right now faded one, are stop button. And here in the top mode side, you can see the test set status. Right now nothing is running, so you're seeing nothing. And these are the basic bunch of options related to file, open, save, and all. Right, so there's the thing. So right now our proxy will start on 888. All right, so what we have to do is that we'll copy this proxy setting and we'll go to Firefox. You can use Chrome also, but I prefer Firefox because most of the time I'll be using Chrome. So if the proxy was not running, I'll have no internet on all, and this will be a problem. So go to preference and go to advanced, and there will see a network, and go to settings. Here you will have a manual proxy option. Just add your local IP, that is 127.0.0.1 and 888, and click on OK. So if you right now, as you can see, my internet is totally fine working, but whenever I run this, it will say proxy service is refusing, because right now JMeter proxy is not running. So what you have to do is that click on the start button. It will start. So right now it's just taking time. Let's see. So okay, so it's just saying that I'll use certain certificates. It doesn't matter to us. So let's do one thing. Let's go to a particular website, and that website will be okay. So let's go to Google first. All right, let's go to google.com. As you can see, it's saying that your connection is not secure. Okay, add exception, I don't care. And okay, add exception, I don't care. All right, so right now we are at Google. So as you can see, if you go to your recording controller, we have few things that are recorded here. All right, so let me do one thing. I'll go do test and hit enter. As you can see, it has recorded also. So what we'll do is that we'll go to test script recording and stop. All right, so these are the requests that are captured, and all right, so let's see one by one what kind of request it is. So it is related to Mozilla and all. We don't want, these are the basically certain things that Mozilla has recorded. We don't want that. Okay, so so this is a request to that google.com, and for port 443 basically related to HTTPS, and we have made a get request. It has recorded it. The third request it has recorded is related to certain images. Okay, we are related to Google, and we are not much concerned about this. We'll remove this one. And these are the requests. So this is the search request basically, and okay, let me see which one is my request, which is related to. All right, so this is certain, again, some related to Google, the things it is loading in backgrounds. So we don't want this. It's again certain images. Okay, what we are looking here is that some search. So here the search, and as you can see, this is the query parameter in the parameters. All right, so this is our request that we wanted to use. So what we can do is that these are the things that are recorded in our dummy environment. This is known as workbench. So I'll create a thread group. I'll create a user. Thread group is a basically, you can say, user. So let's say name it as users. Okay, users one. All right, and number of threads, it's one, basically means only one user is coming. Ramp up type basically in how many time, how many seconds probably this user will take to do certain this thing, and let's say it's in 1 second it will do everything. And we don't want any kind of loop and all. So nothing, this user is doing nothing right now because we are not doing anything, right? So let's do one thing. Let's add a Google one. just drop it here. So what this user will do is that it will make a request to google.com with this https and get, and let's copy this second request on this one and just name it as, let's search to Google, probably okay, and this will be go to Google. All right, so now we have a user. Click on save. Let's save this jmx file. We'll name tt. I'm not sure. Okay. So what our user is doing is that it will go to Google and it will search the Google. That's all right, and we don't want anything else right now. We can see that complete after completing result what we can happen and all, we are not concerned about. So this is the user which will be doing certain things. So let's do one thing. We wanted to see results, so what we can do is that we'll add certain view result tree, a listener. What this listener will do is that basically it will after doing, after whatever the requests are going, it will, we can get or you can see the results on this one. All right, so this is one user doing and with everything. So let's do one thing. Click on this one and let's go to the view results and start. All right, so our one user is done. As you can see, we'll go to Google and we are getting everything fine, and it will search for Google test basically. As you can see, data type of test, and the response, it's getting lots of different things and we are not concerned about it. But as you can see, so this is the basically hello world program. Okay, please stop. All right, so this is our basically hello world program, and in the upcoming tutorial we are going to learn what just happened and how, and what is this thing, what is this logic controller, what is this results I'm saying, what kind of results I'm saying and all. So this was just a hello world program, and just wanted to know, let you know that all right, this is how JMeter works and you have to install it. All right, so see you in the next tutorial, and please follow it, and if you like it, if any kind of comments you would like to know or probably you want to give, just tell me and I will improve in my probably next tutorials. And if you have any kind of doubts, just ping me or just message me, comment down below. I'll definitely reply within probably 12 hours. All right, thanks a lot.